Assalamualaikum and good day. Today kita akan masuk on the chapter of Introduction to Construction Industry. Shall we proceed to this chapter? The Malaysian construction sector is divided into 4 subsectors: residential, non-residential, civil engineering and special trade works. Macam residential, non-residential, this one you dah biasa dengar. Civil engineering, for example, like building bridges, roadworks. And for trade works, this example, plumbing installation, roof installation, lighting and electrical wiring or bricklaying. So that is under the special trade works. We can consider trade works ni macam kerja-kerja specialist Kita tengok dari tahun like the history from 1989 to 1997, we can see the growth of construction industry in Malaysia. The boom was caused by the implementation of several large-scale projects. As you know, we have KLCC that was built start from 1993, and also we have KL Tower that it start to build during the 1991, the initiation. And also we have KLIA during that time yang dia finish in 1998 but has been built like years before, years back. By 2000 to 2006, escalated down tremendously as most of the large-scale projects have been completed and contractors were going through difficult time, particularly after Asian financial crisis. So Asian financial crisis ni I think around 1997 to 1998. So masa tu memang kita in a very great depression. Bakun Dam, empangan Bakun tu halted due 1997 your financial crisis until third attempt, and it finally launched in 2011. We look at 2007 to 2011, average growth rate of 5.9% construction of new infrastructure project. We have KLIA 2, double tracking and electrification of Ipoh Padang Besar train line, LRT extension which is KMV MRT line, Sungai Buloh Kajang MRT line So ada LRT punya extension. During this period, the country saw many development in railroad and housing sectors. Government incentive package implemented during 2008 to 2009 In 2011, recovery is in the residential and non-residential sectors, and 2012 expanded strongly by 18.9 in first half of the year, supported by strong activities and residential and civil engineering sectors. The construction sector recorded moderate growth in 2015. The value of construction project awarded increased while the number of project awarded declined. Okay, tapi tak kisahlah sebab masih lagi projek, maksudnya projek yang besar-besar actually masa ni. Value dia besar compared to numbers. The number of contractor and personnel increase. So because of projek besar-besar, jadi perlukan ramai employee. Construction sector productivity grew, okay, 12.4%. The government estimated the sector growth to drop 6.7% in 2017. Sebab dah banyak projek-projek, mega projek yang banyak completed, jadi kita akan expect dalam satu jangka masa dia akan drop lah, sebab mostly mega project which memang pakai banyak resources, and then that project finish. Okay, jadi masa tu kita akan see a little bit of decline. The future of sector is foreseen to be robust given many construction project in the pipeline. Antara project-project not on, ni bukan future lah, actually ada yang ongoing. East Coast Rail Link contohnya, MRT ongoing lagi, masih lagi turbine power plant, Tun Razak Exchange, and then Kuala Lumpur Singapore, ni tak jadi project on hold, tukar government on hold lah. And then we have Bandar Malaysia, LRT, and yang related to Sarawak here, we see that Sarawak Corridor of Renewable Energy, kita panggil dia SCORE, project SCORE, and also Pan Borneo Highway. For Sabah, we have Palm Oil Industrial Cluster project in Sabah. We have sama laju, as you can see. Mukah also we have here, ada airport. Okay, airport baru dia buat, nice This is Pan Borneo. Okay, Pan Borneo, jalan ni panjang ni, yang mana tanda kuning ni semua Pan Borneo lah. Okay, ni Nusa Jaya Master Plan and also Sungai Buloh Kajang Line MRT. Still ongoing. Ada lagi yang belum siap And phases dia ada banyak. And then we have the latest one. Overall, the COVID-19 pandemic that hit the world has affected Malaysia economy. So it can be seen that the construction sector decreased as well as other sectors, even in the service sectors yang hold the majority shares of Malaysian GDP output pun drop this 2019-2020 also drop. So construction apatah lagi we look at the definition of construction industry. So the construction industry is a sector of the economy that transforms various resources into constructed physical, economic and social infrastructure necessary for socio-economic development. Sama lah, maksudnya dia transform various resources. So resources apa? Machineries, materials, 5Ms into constructed physical, economic and social infrastructure. Okay, social infrastructure tu mungkin untuk macam bridge, tandas awam, that kind of thing, masjid, any tempat ibadah, taman and such. And physical economic tu mungkin like shopping complex, bangunan-bangunan. So itulah physical economic. For socio-economic development, okay, it embraces the process of which the said physical infrastructure are planned, designed, procured, constructed or produced, altered, repaired, maintained and demolished. So ini adalah life cycle of construction project. The industry comprise of organizations and persons who include companies, firms and individuals working as consultants, main contractors and subcontractors, material and component producers, plant and equipment, suppliers, builders and merchants. So you have so many parties that actually involved in a project. For example, even dalam satu project tu banyak individu-individus yang akan involve sekali, firms yang akan involve together. Okay, the industry has a close relationship with client and finances. So client tu can be either like government or private developers. And finances can be bank or other types of source of finance that we will learn later on. The government is involved in the industry as purchaser, client, financial regulator and operator. We have the output of construction industry. So this is the output. One of it like infrastructure, and then we have second housing, third commercial, fourth industrial building, and 5 is refurbishment and maintenance. So itu semua adalah hasil daripada construction project. The type of work we have like general new building work, refurbishment work and also maintenance work. For general new building work, tak kisahlah apa-apa saja building yang can be constructed. Because sekarang kita actually focus on construction building bukan civil works lah. Right, so kalau civil works pun termasuk juga dalam type of work for construction, but we are looking into building works. Refurbishment work carried out to existing building. It is broad terms that cover specific types of work such as refurbishment ni macam pembaikan semula, something like that. Okay, refurbishment ni ada lagi sub-subnya. One of it conversion, which is change of building use. For example, you want to change from factory jadi rumah banglo. Example saja. We also have modernization or rehabilitation works. For example, heritage building that kita nak preserve struktur lama dia. Contohnya fasad dekat luar kita nak preserve, kita just improve aesthetically sahaja. We also have extension, for example macam mak-mak dia nak menambah dapur kat belakang, dia nak menambah luas kawasan rumah tu, jadi dia pun buat extension. Last kali demolition work, which is removing the existing structure. Basically because we don't want the structure anymore, then kita pun akan demolish that building. Perhaps we will build another new building. And then we have like maintenance work, also work carried out to replace or repair defective parts of existing building. Right, so maintenance works mungkin you pernah belajar sebelum ni. We have preventive and corrective maintenance work. So sources of finance for banks. Okay, banks, biggest and most important group of deposit taking organisation. Okay, so ini adalah source of finance in construction industry. We look at into two direction. Okay, one, as a consumers maybe need to buy assets, as in buy buildings, or perhaps you as a developer or the contractors that you need to build something. Okay, so you need some financing aid. Biggest and most important group of deposit taking organisation. Okay, banks is very popular. Three types of bank in Malaysia. We have central bank, commercial bank, merchant or investment bank, and also Islamic bank. First, we're going to look into central bank. Central bank is Bank Negara Malaysia. Kalau kat Malaysia, this is our central bank. Owned and controlled by the government. And the function is to issue currency and keep reserve, the safeguarding the value of the currency. Okay, so they involve juga in foreign exchange control, act as a banker and financial advisor to the government, to be banker to other banks. Other banks keep their deposit with the central bank, tu maksud dia. To promote monetary stability and financial structure. And Bank Negara also supply money in the economy. Commercial bank is an institution that is owned by private sector and is profit-making institution. Earn income from providing bank services, for example, opening and current and saving account. Macam you ada Maybank to you, something like that. You buka account dekat these types of bank. Providing safe deposit boxes, transmitter facilities. You nak transmit duit ke overseas, you boleh pakai transmitter facilities provided by those banks with some service charges that you have to pay them. Paying and collecting on payments by check. Earn most profit from loans and investment, and you can also apply loans from this commercial bank. For example, we have M-Bank, Public Bank, RHB Bank, Hong Leong Bank, A-Bank. The functions of this commercial bank: providing loans and services, for example, overdraft, long-term loans, bridging finances, and performance bond. Enabling fund transfer from one place to another, so you boleh transfer fund. Facilitating foreign exchange transaction, providing advice for financial matters, providing ATM, providing safe deposit boxes, providing credit card facilities, insurance coverage, and long-term saving. So there's a lot of function of commercial bank. This is the example of commercial bank available in Malaysia. We have merchant or investment bank do not accept deposit from public. So meaning to say, public ni maksudnya kita as a citizen lah. Dia tak accept any deposit. Expected to play the role of advisors and financiers to the large companies. Total development of project development finance is always high. Financing from single bank is impractical. We act as a financial managers by arranging loans with other institution called loan syndication. Maksudnya loan syndication ni you akan pinjam dari beberapa bank lah, managed by this investment ataupun merchant bank. A group of financiers will form to provide the loan collectively to minimize the risk per financing burden. Usually macam investment yang besar-besar, dia akan buat this loan syndication, bukannya setakat like 500,000. That one can be managed by one bank. Next, we have Islamic Bank. Example of Islamic Bank are Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad, Bank Muamalat Malaysia Berhad, RHB Islamic bank, and many others bank yang ada perkataan Islamic. The facilities and services basically similar to commercial bank, but operation and activities are based on Islamic practice, and it promotes profit sharing. Apart from banks, we also have building society. The function is to accumulate funds through accepting deposit and issuing shares, and use accumulated funds to finance housing loans through installment, usually for long term, which society holds mortgage on the property. Provides credit facilities, for example, long-term loans, bridging finance, and etc. Provide property leasing and construction project management. Usually building society ni, they offer low interest rate for property loans compared to commercial banks. Contohnya we have Malaysian Building Society Berhad and also Borneo Housing Mortgage Finance Berhad. Next, we have insurance companies, financial institutions that provide compensation to the parties being insured with the agreed amount of money in the event of mishap in return for a much smaller amount of money, which also known as premium. For example, insurans kereta. Awak akan kena bayar insurans kereta sebanyak mungkin 700 untuk 1 tahun. Tapi bila anything happen to your car, ada accidents or anything mishap, insurance ni akan cover repair works of your car. Also provide services, for example, granting of loans, mortgage loans, and hire purchase loan. Provide development finance with interest rate as high as a merchant banks. So normally insurance company ni dia punya interest rate quite high. Only AIA Insurance and NG Insurance provide loans long term for construction industry. Another thing, boleh buat insurance untuk construction project. Especially bila you ada project dan you kena dapatkan insurance before the site possession is given to you. Contohnya kalau kontraktor, dia perlukan contractor all risk. Okay, mungkin ada public liability insurance, worker compensation scheme. Next, we have finance companies. Used to be popular for construction but no longer existed. So dah tak ada Raise fund via bank loan and partly accepting deposit, of which interest charge was generally higher than commercial banks. Offered loans for financing the hire purchase, mortgage, factoring, housing loans, and other short and medium term loans. Apart from that, we also have other sources. One of it is trust fund. If let's say you punya family is quite rich and mungkin your family owns mega holding and they provide trust funds for you, then you don't need to borrow any fundings from daripada banks. You can just use your trust fund to fund for the project. Then pension funds for government servants, and then employee provident fund, which is EPF or KWSP. May not provide high margin, but they are able to assist borrower in settling property purchasing loan. Next, we look at the characteristic of construction industry. We have 5 of it, which are features of construction output, determination of demand, variety of construction technology, structure of industry, and method of price determination. So we're going to look at the features of construction output. The features of construction output include the following in comparison to output of other industries. So ini sebenarnya kita compare dengan contohnya output of manufacturing. Tak sama dengan output of construction industry. First, it is durable because what we produce is for example, jambatan. We produce building, so it is durable. And then it is expensive. If let's say you in the manufacturing industry, what you produce, perhaps you produce plastic. Okay, plastic is not that expensive, but in construction industry, and because whatever that we build is big, jadi dia expensive lah. Size is large, okay, and product is heavy, obviously. Unique. Why unique? Because they differ from manufacturing. If let's say manufacturing, you produce plastic cup. So plastic cup, you produce a lot of plastic cup with the same size, maybe same colors, maybe same dimensions. But for construction, we're going to produce a building. A building will not be the same. The people who produce a building will not be the same. The design will not be the same. The location will not be the same. And then production process is long. Okay, it's going to take like if let's say renovation project, maybe to take around 1 month, 2 months like that. But if it's a big project, you produce something yang very big, very large, the production process is going to be very, very long and immobile, except that perhaps you produce tiny house similar to the one yang trending dekat US So tiny house tu dia memang create for mobile house. You can change the location like you suka lah, but it's a very tiny house. That one is mobile. But what we are talking, let's say here is not that tiny house And then we have determination of demand. The demand for the industry can be divided into whether the building is used by the client or for investment purpose. Maksudnya for consumption ataupun untuk investment. Consumption dekat sini bukannya maksudnya makan tapi digunakan sendirilah. For example, Megah Holding, dia bina office tower. So office tower tu later on bila dah siap dia akan guna sendiri. And if let's say for investment, bila dah siap dia akan jual. So jual dia akan dapat profit. That one for investment. Demand for purpose of investment is used as a place to manufacture products. Contohnya we have factories, offices, additional of improvement to national infrastructure. For example, highway, reservoir, airports, okay, national infrastructure that being used for the public. And then social and welfare investment. Contohnya we have hospitals, community halls, schools. So it is still investment school ni, walaupun being built by the government sekalipun lah kita anggap, because this is not only macam investment for untuk mendapatkan duit sekarang, but we are investing for the future generation, for education. So sebenarnya it is investment juga sebenarnya. Okay, and then we have investment for comfort, which is houses. The third one, we have variety of construction technology. Construction operation involve a wide range of techniques as well as combination of various techniques depending on the type of work, input use, policies, regulation and etc. Okay, sebenarnya not only construction ada teknologi, lain-lain industry pun we have technology, but this one we are talking about construction, but we have a variety of construction technology involved. Okay, structure of the industry. As construction components are largely produced by other industries, the characteristic of product produced will influence the structure of the industry. This include the size, number of contractual organization, the separation, design and construction, methods of construction and installation and others. Many parties and organizations are involved in construction industry from the inception until the building handed over the client. Each new project involves different designs and construction methods of procurement. Okay, so construction industry is a very structured sebab kita ada size and number of contractual organization. For example, we have so many different parties. Okay, we have clients, we have as what you know, financiers, we have contractors, we have traders. There's so many. The separation of design and construction, whether pakai traditional method saja, which is design and construction are separated. Procurement method you pakai design and build, which you combine together design dan build construction itself. Jadi mungkin consultants tu pun sekali dengan contractors. Jadi dia akan design together dengan contractors. Therefore, there's no separation between design and build. Therefore, dia lebih integrate Jadi bila design, yang membina juga adalah daripada parties yang sama, integration tu lebih ada. Methods of construction, so many methods of construction and installation. So itu adalah maksud on the structure of the industry. And the method of price determination, the construction product materialized only after the process of drawing, documentation, tender, award, construction period, handling over about 2 years. So the process of pricing differs from goods and products which has a predetermined price. The price is actually estimated cost of project until its final account is settled. The price is also influenced by the land or site cost, its location, whether prime location or availability of infrastructure, demand for the particular project, the natural resources such as labor, material and plants. For instance, dalam production kalau dalam production to produce plastic cup, dah predetermined price, maybe one plastic cup will cost 10 cent. But dalam construction, dari awal you cannot determine berapa harga bangunan tu to be exact, sebab takkan sama. Okay, because dia punya location maybe berbeza. Sebabkan itu, maybe dia punya availability of infrastructure lain, and maybe demand dia lain dekat that particular area, and also cost untuk hire labours, purchasing materials and renting a machineries also will be different. That will be all for today, guys. Okay, thank you so much and have a nice day. We will continue again next week. This week I will just give you a tutorial in the future in regards to chapter 1, so please study. Bye bye.